photography workshop for the blind. Lesson number 2, lights and shadows. I'm B1, total blindness. What lights and shadow? What are you talking about? Well, as earlier we've mentioned, we are not going to teach photography as per se, but we also want to teach about awareness, mindfulness. So this is a bit of that mindfulness, awareness thing, not psychology, those things, but this is about awareness and mindfulness. So how do you know that you have a shadow on the floor or on the ground? Now, if you have sunlight heat, if you feel the sunlight on your right hand side of your face, then there should be a shadow on your left. If you feel the light is on the back, then there should be a shadow in front. Why do we bring this up as one of the elements in our class? It's actually about creating awareness on the skin, another part of the sensory awareness, mindfulness training, right? So they know whether they are outside in the heat or indoor. Of course, they know they are indoor and outdoor, but this could lead to a little bit more sensitive awareness. And knowing this is important because then you can direct your cameras towards the sun, towards the shadows, towards the textures or whatever you want to shoot. So this is a very important point. If you stand with the sun at your back, then you have a shadow right in front of you. And you know how long the shadow. What's the length of the shadow? It depends on the time of the day. It's early morning, you have a longer shadow. Middle of the day, you might almost don't have a shadow, right? In the evening, a long shadow too. So those are the things that we must learn to be sensitive to. Well, these are few of the works that wonderfully, some nice work from my blind students. They have took some very beautiful pictures of example of lights and shadow. Here's one of the picture I'm holding up now. Now this picture is taken by Aha, a B2 student. That means he has acute or partial vision issues. So he took a shot of his shadow on the surface of the road, where the road has a symbol of a bike on the road. His shadow is touching the bike. It create a very nice, beautiful design. You have the two wheels and the bike drawing on the ground, and then he is holding up the camera, taking the shadow and the signage of the bike on the ground. This create a wonderful picture. This is another picture by Aha. This is a shadow on the floor, tiles with patterns. The shadow is of a chair, on the floor, and it created at the bottom of the picture. It's a nice round shadow. It looks like a basket, but it's actually a shadow from the chair, right? So it creates some sort of a story around it. The light striking in the vicinity, it creates a beautiful space of tonality. So we need nice light to create contrast, space, shadows, telling stories, and it also tells culture. Now, there were nice pictures. This is by Vivian. She went to Sumatra, and this is a picture of a wood carving on the wall. Well, this is beautiful light striking on it, so the texture of the carving comes out beautifully. And on this carving there lies a big parabola dish shadow on it. You have modernity and you have culture, story in it. There's good story in it, and some people might not even know that it's a parabola dish. They might just say, oh, some sort of a very nice shadows on it, like a spider web. Yeah, and then at the bottom right corner, you have her shadows, she holding up the camera. Right? So it's a beautiful picture of shadows, lights, culture, colors, and story of herself traveling. And this is Kajam. Kajam is a B1, total blindness lady. She's 65 years old, wonderful lady, right? She heard that the taxi kept coming along the way, and then friends got up from the taxi. Her friends is also blind. So she took a picture of them walking towards her with the shadows coming in from the back. A very beautiful pictures. And there's a white cane. There's a white cane, a blind man's cane, right in front of the person, his friend. So you know there's indications of a blindness. And then the cobblestones on the floor create nice patterns right there. Now this is a wonderful story. This is by Susie. I'm holding up a picture by Susie. She is a very hardworking lady, B2 I think. She went to a wet market. She stands there for almost 1.5 hours on the same spot. When they ask her why, because this nice beautiful sun coming in from the right hand side. So she feels the sunlight and she can see a lot of shadows. And these pictures came up, many shots she have taken, but these shots came out quite well, very well. And most of the shots came out quite well actually. The light strike at the back of the ladies walking past her in headgear, walking very non-committal towards her. And then behind her, there is the chicken store. They sell live chicken. And at the bottom of the store, you have some live chicken standing there waiting to be slaughtered. My God, what a story. Maybe to some friends from in Europe or in America, this will be something quite shocking. But this is something in Asia is quite common, that you can buy a live chicken from the market and just choose it and slaughter it. But this is a wonderful story, and then it's a documentary. Yeah, so it's a documentary shots, and also it's about lights and shadows, and it's about stories too. Here we have a wonderful picture, another picture by Rashidin. Rashidi is B3. He has tunnel vision, 6 degrees, and in about 3 years, 2 days, he will be totally blind. I don't know about the 2 days, but that's what was told. And he's a great poet himself. He writes beautiful poems, and then he also takes beautiful pictures. This is leaves. He took out the leaf and he held it against the sun. So the lights from the sun is coming through the leaves, and then he shot it. And the leaves, these are some very old leaves that has holes in it, a lot of holes in it. So you have the light able to penetrate the leaves very well. And it creates a wonderful feelings of lightness. Yeah. So that's how you use lights and shadows, that you can actually make use of the sun, create your stories, create your feelings. So it's about inside. Yeah, the pictures outside make you think of something inside. So that is the evocations, how you use photography to evoke a feeling. And sometimes you might not have it right on because there are limitations, but it's okay. Have fun, learn about it, try it, but you never know. Beautiful shots like that will come along.